Hi, this is Polyvan Teachers. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you like this video. Hi, this is Polyvan Teachers and I am Sagurika Banerjee. Today I will be teaching you a chapter from this book, Hornbill. This is a book prescribed in the syllabus of class 11 and I will be giving you the summary of the first chapter, that is the portrait of a lady, written by a famous writer, Khushwant Singh. So this story is actually is the story written in the first person, and the writer has given a biography. This is in this particular story he is narrating about his relationship, his acquaintance with his grandmother, who was an old lady, and how his relationship changes from one phase to the three different phases. The writer tells us about his childhood days when he used to live with his grandmother in the village, and how his days were, how he was accompanied by his grandmother to his school, which was near a temple where she used to wait for him. She used to read scriptures and do prayers while the writer was studying in the school. Then this was the first stage. Then the second stage comes when he shifts along with his grandmother. He shifts to his parents' place in the city, and there he used to share a room with his grandmother. But the relationship started, the strong bond started getting loosened. So what happens? Now he is admitted to a city school, which was an English medium school, where he used to study various subjects, and he used to go by motor bus. So what happens? The grandmother now no more is able to accompany her grandson, and because he used to go in a motor bus, and apart from that, she also could not help him in his studies because the subjects were different, like Archimedes principle, then this geography, then subjects were like English. These were beyond her reach, so she could not sit with him, she could not help him in his studies. So the writer recalls his grandmother as a short, healthy, and slightly bent. Her hairs were silver in color and were scattered all over her wrinkled face. And then she used to walk around the whole house in white dress. Hmm. And used to keep her one of her hands on her waist, and the other hand she used to just hold a rosary beads, and she used to tell the beads of her rosary. So the writer thinks of her as not as very pretty, but the writer says that she was beautiful, and he also compares her face with that of the serenity of the winter landscape. Now, during their stay in the village, the grandmother used to wake him up in the morning. She used to plaster his slate, and she used to make breakfast for him. She used to sing the holy songs, that was heard by the narrator every day. And also she used to make breakfast for him. She used to send him to school, and while sending him to school, she used to accompany him to the school and waited there in the temple, and did all the prayers and all that till the narrator's school got off. On their way back to home, the grandmother used to give the stale chapatis to the street dogs, and this was somewhat a very close relationship between the narrator and his grandmother. He used to share everything with his grandmother, and his grandmother also was very friendly with him. Now, there was a turning point in the story and in their relationship when they shifted to the city. When the narrator's parents came over there and took him and his grandmother and shifted to the city. Now, in the city, The narrator was admitted to an English medium school. It was a big school far away from their place, from his house, and he used to go by motor bus, and there were so many new subjects he was taught. So the subjects were majorly English, geography, physics, science, basically, and so many other subjects. So what happened? Gradually, that the grandmother now no longer used to accompany him to his school because he used to go to a motor bus, and rather she could not even help him in his studies because it was an English medium school and the subjects were very new. Now, as I said, that she no longer used to accompany her grandson to the school, so she used to remain quiet now. And then she did not like the way the children were taught in English medium schools because they were not taught about God and they were not taught about holy scriptures. Rather, she felt very upset when she came to know that her grandson was being taught music, was being given music lessons in the school, because according to her, music and dance were the subjects not meant for the children of a good family. So she did not feel good in this. She was not happy, she was not um, glad, but then also she never said or never had spoken any ill words about this. So this was the second stage of their relationship. Now, when the narrator went to the university for further higher studies, uh, he was given a separate room. So the grandmother used to remain in her room. She was very quiet now. She no longer used to speak to anybody. It's very rarely she used to speak to others, and most of her time she used to spend in spinning the wheels, and then reading the holy scriptures, and in the afternoon time she used to uh, wait for the sparrows who sparrows, and she used to give breadcrumbs to them, and her entire routine was changed, and the common link, the common bond that was very strong bond between the narrator and his grandmother started breaking in this stage. Now, when the narrator went to left for abroad for his further studies, and it was for a span of nearly 5 years, he never felt that he would be able to see his grandmother again. But this was a fact which was accepted by the grandmother. She welcomed this decision of her grandson. She even went to the station to see off her grandson, and there, when the train was leaving the station, the narrator felt that probably he would never be able to see his grandmother again. But again, this proved to be wrong, because after completing his studies, after 5 years, when he came back, he found that his grandmother was there in the station waiting for him, and she went there to receive him. In the evening, she even called her neighbors, and they all sang various songs in order to welcome the grandson, the narrator. The next morning, the grandmother got ill. When the doctor was consulted, he just checked her up and said that it was a mild fever, and she would very soon be well. But she had understood, she had realized that her end was has come, and she did not say anything to any of the family members. Instead, she only lied down on the bed, uh, holding the rosary in one hand, and she continuously was chanting the prayers, the holy mantras at that time, and telling the rosary beads. Suddenly, the rosary fell down, and her hand became lifeless, and she stopped speaking out anything. So it was a signal that she left for heavenly abode. Then, as the custom says, that her during the last, in order to cremate her, um, everybody was making arrangement and there was really a sad atmosphere. Her body was kept on the floor for the final journey, and there suddenly the narrator's mother saw that the entire room was filled with thousands of sparrows sitting all quiet without any chirping. So she felt it was as if the scene was as if they all had come to pay their last tribute to the grandmother. Then the narrator's mother realized that probably they were hungry, so she went inside to the kitchen and brought some breadcrumbs and just thrown those breadcrumbs to them. But surprisingly, she found that not even a single bird had touched any of the crumbs scattered on the floor. And then, when the grandmother's body was taken for the funeral procession, the entire all those birds they flew away. So this was a very good story, very emotional story. When you read it, you will find a deeper attachment. You will find that somewhere it is happening around you in your society, maybe in the circle, because you get quite familiar with the characters. So this is all about the story of the portrait of a lady, very beautifully portrayed by the writer Khushwant Singh. So this was all about the chapter. I hope you have understood the lesson clearly. Now if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe my channel, that is Polyband Teaches. I promise that I will bring more chapters and the summaries of the chapters and explanation in my next video. Till then, bye bye.